Alright, hello everybody, and welcome back to my modded single-player survival series. As you can see, I'm at our Kudalai exhibit. However, there's been a problem. Not even a problem, a tragedy, really. And that is that I'm an idiot, actually. And there might have been another raid that occurred, and I might have discovered some flaws with this exhibit. Those flaws are, of course, that apparently raiders can spawn in here, will spawn in here, and apparently will kill all of my dinosaurs when they do so. I will admit I did notice the raid started, and I immediately had decided that I didn't feel like I wanted to do another raid. I was just gonna wait it out. And then I noticed where they were, and I figured, that's not good. I'll come in and I'll check up on the dinosaurs, and of course, they very clearly did not survive the raid, as it were. I am about half an hour into waiting out this raid. I am going to let it go. I don't have a strong desire for revenge, I'm just kind of sad. It will be okay, because I do still have a couple of eggs, and I'm sure if I get back into putting our fossils through our fossil machine over there, I will probably get a couple more, since they seem to be relatively common when I was last doing that. The other update I have is a couple things, actually. I did manage to go out and get some rabbits, and as you can see, I did breed at our hognoses here at least one time. I didn't get any new morphs this time around, so I am currently working on breeding up our rabbits so I can continue trying to get some. And I also discovered some bugs. And these bugs do not appear to have a problem staying in these terrariums. And honestly, I really like them. They're very cute. This is exactly what I would want out of a Minecraft bug. I can only hope that one day we will get some ambient insects like this, although I doubt it will happen, if only because a lot of the community hates when things don't have an actual purpose. Now, I do have these bug dens, which we can use to get more bugs, and I will, just for the sake of showing you guys how this works, I will go ahead and get some bait and put them down so that we can get some more. I could span these out all across the build, and I do think it looks nice that way. I like it in theory, but in practice it just isn't practical if I'm going to try to catch and keep the bugs. They'll eat the bait, and the only way to put the bait back on these is to craft them in my inventory, like you just saw. You can't put the bait on them once they're placed. So you basically just place them and wait a bit, and eventually some bugs will spawn right on top, eager to eat that bait. And just a couple minutes later, not even 5 minutes, because I can still see a book I tossed on the ground hasn't despawned. Oops. We have some bugs. We have lots of bugs. None of these are new bugs to me. I do have in my backpack here a shulker box where I've kind of been putting my collection, so I'm so sorry, Mr. Bug. You didn't really seem at all bothered by that, to be honest, but I'm sorry anyway. Regardless, we're going to pick up these bugs. They will join their brethren in the shulker box, and eventually I would really like to make a more full exhibit for the bugs that are present in my game here. More so than the ones that are probably going to get fed to the reptiles in here. Especially because I have a couple of different mods that add bugs. I, of course, have Naturalist has a couple of bugs. Collector's Caravan added the ability to capture them in the last update, which I'm very excited about. And there are apparently some catchable bugs in Creatures and Beasts. I'm not entirely sure I know which ones those are. But, bugs. I'm not going to complain about bugs. You might be able to guess from my username, I love bugs. I think they're great. We need less bug slander in the world. All of those updates aside, it did take me a little bit to decide on what I wanted to do today, but I decided I wanted to do some adventuring. I did mention there was Alex's Caves installed last episode, I know. And I think that's what I want to do, that's where I want to go. Eventually, I'd like maybe a proper place for that table, but we don't have one of those right now, so we're just gonna plug it in the corner. I have these yellow tablets, which I believe go to the primordial caves, which, as you might guess by the name and by the things I've done so far, are in fact the dinosaur caves. So I'm thinking if we can find the dinosaur caves, maybe I can get my hands on some eggs from there, and our next exhibit can be also a dinosaur, but a different kind of dinosaur. So it has you play this little game. I don't mind it. It is a little bit annoying. We'll see if I can remember any of these letters, because essentially each of these little symbols equates to a letter, and you have to find the word that it shows you up over in this corner on the table here. I believe the S is this squiggly shape. And then you can take this lens, and when you drag it over once you've selected, it will show you what the word is. So I was correct. That wiggly shape is the S. We need an A next, so we need that. I think this is it. I think the one right beneath the one I selected is it. Yep, of course. And you have to come do that 3 times, and then you get a map, where you get something that you can either add to the Alex's Caves information book, or you can turn it into the map to the cave itself. I have enough tablets that hopefully we'll be able to get both all the information about the primordial caves and a map there today. Alright, I have 5 of our 6 tablets investigated, I suppose. We only need 5 total. 1 to make our map, and 4 to fill up the section of the book about it. So there we go. This is everything we should need to know for our trip to the caves. Now, before we go, we of course need a map. Which I believe I can just, yes, you just surround it in paper. Very easily done. I will save this last tablet just to have it for later. And the very last thing I want to do before we go is stock up a little bit more on food, as I only have 15 sandwiches left. It's not an ideal quantity of sandwiches when you're about to travel to a cave full of dinosaurs. Despite my best efforts, it doesn't really seem like we have the supplies for much more besides chicken sandwiches with eggs and tomato. It occurred to me just now, god damn it, it's really determined to grow weeds up here. I don't know how to stop that, because it's not growing them in most of my other plots. And I don't like that it does it. However, as I was saying, as much as I'd like to make other food, I haven't really been focusing on really any farming, if I'm being honest. So maybe that's something we'll do later. I'm a little bit too eager to get out and to the caves, so it is not going to be something I worry too much about now. I just heard it. Really? Again? Again? Why? I don't deserve this. Now stay. Or I'll turn off that feature. Because if it happens that often, it's going to be much too annoying for me to want to play with. Alright, with our sandwiches restocked, and 62 should be plenty, as much as I would like, conceptually at least, expanding my my diet. These are very good food. There's a reason why I haven't thought to expand much before now. But with those in hand, let's hope there's a cave nearby. Well, already. Alright, so it's going to be that way. Let's check our map. So it's going to be beneath some taiga and some coniferous forest. Which means, considering it's probably all the way across this ocean here, since these, I believe, are warm biomes. Put that in our offhand and get going if I can point myself the correct way. Maybe I should have made more rockets too. It's a bit too late now. I mean, it's not. I could turn around, but I won't. Oh my god, guys, hold on. Forget about all of that that's happening. It's a normal cow. You're just a normal cow. You're a woolly cow. You're not... No, you're also a normal cow. You're normal cows. I saw some wheat somewhere while I was wandering. Here we go. Because I don't think I can cage the full cow, but I can cage the babies, and I still have 2 cages left. Yes. 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 My cow problems are solved. Oh god. This is the first time I have seen a natural cow spawn. So, I guess while I'm waiting for the world to load, I'm going to hang out and have these cows make another baby. As you guys can see, I have successfully arrived at the Primordial Caves. I won't lie, it was a lot of work to get here. I'm fairly certain at this point that Citad... Oh, that's unfortunate. You don't see me. Don't mind me. At any rate, I think it's safe. I think I can break that. At any rate, I got here. I think it's fairly safe to say at this point that Alex's Caves and Citadel, the library mod that Alex's Caves uses, it was causing my issues, but if I stand in one place long enough, things load eventually. So I did that, and I'm here. I'm in Alex's Caves. We can very clearly see there is a Tremorsaurus going around killing everything in sight. I would very much like to stay out of his way for now, but I do also really want that amber frog. On my way here, I did find a little archaeology site from Sweetie's Archaeology, which was very fun. It gave me a couple of little things. These weather idols I think would be very useful. I got him. Okay, he didn't even notice. And I'm very excited to go around and see if I remember anything about how to do anything in this mod. I know those guys eat the fish, and it causes them to knock down trees, but I think they're bred with this primordial salad type thing? Yeah, serene salad. Most of the mobs in this, well, mod, or I guess more specifically this biome in this mod, are bred with that primordial salad. So I'm going to have to collect all the supplies for that, as this has so many issues loading. I'm not actually entirely confident that I'll be able to come back here frequently. I guess we will try it at a future date, but just to be safe, I want to grab all of the eggs for the mobs that I would like in my little exhibits while I'm here, if possible. I'm very glad I can fly. I'm glad I chose to get my flying ability before I came here. Most of the things this mod adds are very scary. Although I did just realize, the last time I played with Alex's Caves extensively was actually before the Sweet biome came out. Okay, so it is going to be in these specific trees that we get the tree stars, and the other trees drop the pine nuts. Hi, buddy. So at some point we'll have to go to that sweets biome, because I've never been to one at all. I've been to pretty much all the other biomes. I've pretty much played through all of the content this mod has to offer before. I don't mind doing it again, it's great fun. You really want to be my friend, don't you? Yeah. Well, I'd like to be your friend too, buddy, but I don't have all the supplies yet. I did change my shaders for this adventure, as the ones I usually use left the cave pretty much unnavigatable without lighting, and these caves are supposed to be light. They're supposed to be navigatable without torches and such. So I did kind of cheat a little bit there and change that, but I'm discovering I might want to turn it off entirely, as there's some fascinating lighting issues occurring because of the amber in the sky. Ah, there's another guy. It's alright, I can fly. I guess that is the beauty of it. It's much easier to explore. And there's a... Ignore the chunks behind me, we're not even going to look at them, because they're not loaded. There's a really, really bad mine shaft, that's what this is. I guess I can get some amber while I'm up here. I do love the amber blocks. I think there's a copper vein right there. Oh, and you know, that is one thing. I don't actually have to breed the subterranodons to get their eggs, because they usually have naturally spawning nests. I see one right there. I don't know if I can fly into it. I don't need to, there's one right here. Oh, and there's some raptors down there. I need to kill a dinosaur to tame those guys. They have a slightly different mechanic. I think they need to eat nuggets out of the chest. Hi, are you good? You know what? You have fun with that. Is he trying to fight the raptor, or is he just having a time? Do you even care that I'm here? Hello? Why aren't you assaulting me? Are they passive now? Or neutral? They might be. Would you like to eat? He ate one. He ate one. Okay. So that's how we get these fiddleheads, is these guys, these grottoceratops, wander around and they eat curly ferns. And then they become fiddleheads. Sometimes. I guess sometimes they just eat the full thing, don't they? You're gonna eat another one for me, buddy? There you go, thank you. Excuse me, I don't want to hurt you. I just need that. Are you really not aggressive towards me? Huh. It seems like it really is. Oh, no, he changed his mind. Do you like these? Okay. Oh, you know what? I think the salads are for taming them. I think we only need tree stars to breed them. That does make things a little easier. Alright. I said one more, and then we needed to discuss meat. And, I do happen to know for a fact that these guys drop, and they do have a hard time crossing terrain, so it'll probably be easier to... Oh. Hold on. Never mind, come this way. Come this way, you get to live. For now. Come on. I thought you liked these. Okay, you were just on cooldown. That's okay. Alright. I acknowledge that you are most likely about to be rather angry with me. Oh, no, we're totally fine. I've come back. I have the 2 eggs from the Gratoceratops, and I might have killed one in order to get the bones to make this primitive club, and some meat to make some dinosaur nuggets. Now, the dinosaur nuggets are what we need for the the Velociraptor equivalents in this mod. We need that club to tame the big scary Rory guy, actually. So there's some raptors right here. We do actually need to tame them. Unfortunately, instead of just breeding them and taming them later, they need to be bred in order, or they need to be tamed in order to be bred in the first place. So, but that's okay. I have some bowls. I have... Alright, I have 5 salads. I don't actually know how well that will do for me, but that's okay. Now we're just gonna come on down semi-close here, put those nugs in, and climb this hill really fast before they notice me. Everyone, I have great news. After an extensive amount of time waiting, we've done it. We have our first raptor. Now, we do need 2 in order to breed them, but I'm kind of hoping if I maybe use a waystone, they might follow me home anyway. Yes, you have your nug. Good job. I do love them a lot. Okay, now that's 1 obtained. Let's go search for another. Alright, I have obtained my second... Where did she go? Oh, she fell in the water. Okay, I've obtained my second Velociraptor, which is fantastic. And I also found this little structure, which there's a couple of decorative blocks we can get from here. We can get some more tablets, not that we really need them for this area. Might as well check it out. We do get these fun cave paintings. Oh no, that wasn't Silk Touch, that's right. You should go back away. There we go. The 2 dinosaurs we have left for today. I have this on for today, as there is one more big one. One more big thing to do here that I don't feel remotely prepared for is the big Rory fellow that we saw when we first entered these caves, and the tall blue fellow, which I don't see any nearby to show. Well, there's a tall blue fellow. You're just going to have to trust me on that one. I'm pretty sure we've seen him before. I'm looking for hopefully 2 that are close together just to make breeding them easier. Oh, and there's one of the Rory fellows. Now those guys are rather scary. I think I can do it. I'm going to refresh my knowledge in the book in just a moment to be 100% sure. And I'm probably going to set my spawn point to be super extra sure. Another thing, I still haven't... I've gotten quite a bit more supplies to make more salads. Although I haven't... we'll just say that that Tremosaurus, he picked the wrong fight with some of those Gratoceratops, I believe. But this is the other thing that I've been looking for that is worth marking for future reference, is this volcano. There is a certain item I can get from somewhere, and when I toss it in, I summon a horrifying, large, gigantic, world-destroying boss. We certainly won't be doing that this episode, or for quite a while yet. I will make sure I put a waypoint down here, but I want nothing to do with him yet. He will turn everything you see into lava. It's rather horrific. while gathering supplies and, as a matter of fact, for another Tremosaurus, I've found two of these Relicariuses very close to each other, and Scrotoceratops, who really wants to be a part of all this and simply won't be. So that will take care of our need for these guys. I really need all of you to please come out of the way. I know you're stuck, buddy. Can I free you? It's seeming like these mobs are spawning inside of blocks, which is rather getting in the way of their ability to move, I have to say. There we go. Alright, now just another 260 seconds, and I will have our other egg, and we can move on to the Tremoceratops. Alright, I found another Tremosaurus. Please tell me it's just one. Oh, there's another one over there. Okay, I think they're far enough apart. I'll admit, I'm debating on if I want to record this. If it goes really embarrassingly, it might not make it into the video. Because I have a lot of health, I have decent armor. Those guys are big and scary, and I'm scared. So I should, I believe, just have to go in, smack him, feed him the salad. I refreshed on rockets. So if he does me too badly, I can fly away, hopefully. Alright, I have both my Tremosauruses here, and we have reunited with my Velociraptors. Yes, thank you, I appreciate it. And I scavenged up a waystone from one of my backpacks. Now, I guess the last test is just to see if these guys teleport with me. I have not bred these Tremosauruses. I need to double check what I need to actually breed them in the first place. Same with the Velociraptors, although I think they take chicken nuggets specifically, so... Don't fall, dude. If they don't come with me, hopefully I can teleport back relatively easily. Unfortunately, they do not seem to have joined me. Hello everybody, I've returned home with my eggs. As you can see, I have some from every species from the caves. We have our Velociraptor eggs here, we have our Tremosaurus eggs here, we have our Subpteranodon eggs here, we have our Relicarius, I believe. Is that how you... Relicarius, yeah. Those eggs there, and we have the Scrotoceratops eggs here. The big question is going to be which one we want to build today. Now, I think we can fairly safely cross the Subpteranodons off the list, as that is going to be a very big undertaking. They are going to need a whole entire dome over their heads to make sure that they don't fly away, because otherwise they very much will. I'm kind of thinking... I came in and I checked our ooze from the original, or not from the original dinosaur mod, but the original one we worked on at any rate. And I did get some of those saplings I've been wanting. And I have, of course, the saplings from Alex's caves. So that's kind of making me lean towards the Relicarius, because these guys will knock down trees once you feed them either a serene salad or the little fishy dudes, fishy crab dudes that we got there. So I think this will be a good start for our Alex's Cave Mobs exhibits. Now, as for where that exhibit is going to go, I am thinking right over here in this area, behind where our reptile habitat is, and across from... Aren't you supposed to be dead? Didn't the pillagers kill all of you guys? Well, excellent. I guess at least one of our Codolyrhynchuses survived. I didn't even notice. Maybe... is it possible the rest of them did and are just stuck? No, I don't think so, because those dots are the reptile house. Well, I'm glad to see it, and you know what? While we're here, let's get a little distracted from our new exhibit. That's not the right backpack. This is. And let's grab our remaining Codolyrhynchus eggs and pop them down so that they can hatch and grow up to join their big brother or sister. It is Future Moth here, and I'm afraid today's episode has gone on a lot longer than I intended it to. So we are actually going to save that exhibit, which you may or may not have caught a glimpse of in the background here, next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like and subscribing. Don't forget, if you have any interest, comment some names for any of our dinosaurs or other animals that we are continuing to get. And I will hopefully see you guys next time. I like playing a fun game where I try to refill my atlas while I'm flying and not hit my face into something and die. Although I think if I hit my face, I'm gonna hit my face into something. That's fine. We did it. We're good. I'm a professional Minecraft player. No, I'm not. We can pretend.